Hey, this is the third part video in an essential oils series where the first part we talked about how I established the space for my essential oils, and then we talked about how I use oils on a day-to-day basis, kind of casually, and now this is part 3 and we're discussing how I use essential oils as a form of healthcare for my family, as a medicine cabinet, so to speak. And this is a really important one because it's so detailed, but it's also specific to each person, right? So essential oils are a way to use plant medicine. It's a way to use the constituents of plant material in an oil form. It's distilled down to the purest form, and it's a way to utilize the frequencies of nature in our own healing and our own health. So what that means is that I can show you kind of the steps I take to help my family, but it's not going to look exactly the same for your family because everybody's family requires different aromas or different processes of putting them on, or maybe different protocols, and it's kind of a grand N1 experiment, right? Like, you are the person who gets to decide, did this oil have an influence, have an impact in my life? Or did this oil have a bigger impact? Or when I layered the oils, how did that influence and affect me? And maybe one person is really drawn or attracted to a specific oil, and maybe somebody else is averse to that oil. This is where the fun comes in. So when something arises in my household where we say, ooh, we have a sickness, we're looking at the symptoms. Are they cold symptoms? Is it nasally? Is it sinus? We look at the symptoms. Is it nausea? Is it more flu-like? Or are we looking at symptoms like injured arm or a scratch or a muscular injury or any sort of symptom that comes up? I go to my reference books. So this is the reference book I love. This is the reference book I get for all of the people that get started with doTERRA Advanced Oil Magic. Really great reference book. And another reference book I also love is The Essential Life. I have a couple renditions of this, and this is always getting updated, and it's just really, really, really beautiful. And I love this one as well. I like a couple different reference books because I like to see different ideas. Most of them kind of come with the same protocols, but every once in a while you get one that is a little different. So what happens is when something arises, I look by symptom. So I can go into my book. Both of these books are set up really similarly, as well as any reference book you look up. Now, let's say I am looking up cold symptoms, right? So like that's cough. I have a kid that's coughing. Oh, I look up that symptom in my book under, it's alphabetical, cough. It says apply 1 to 3 drops to chest, back of the neck, under nose, or on the bridge of the nose as needed. Inhale from cupped hands, gargle a drop. And it gives me the oils that are good with that. Breathe, rosemary, peppermint, lemon, cardamom. And then it gives me a protocol later in the book. So later in the book, we've got these protocols, which I love because I've found as a health coach and as a personal trainer, you can tell people you need to move more. You can tell people they need to walk more. You can tell people they need to lift more. But unless you give them a specific protocol or program, they are unlikely to do it. But when they have a script, when they have a program, people are pretty good at adhering to it, or at least better at adhering to it. So what I love about this book, the Oil Magic book, and also the Essential Life book, are the protocols. So in the back here, there's a protocol for cough. Do this for 1 to 2 weeks. Use cardamom and lime, gargle a drop with water for 30 seconds, then swallow 3 times daily. Breathe rosemary, black pepper, apply 1 to 2 drops of each to chest and the bottoms of their feet 2 times daily. And then On Guard and soft gels, take 2 soft gels 2 times daily until symptoms subside. That's so handy, like a little essential oil, natural alternative protocol for handling something at home. Now, you can get really detailed in this. There are protocols for depression. Just on this page alone, there's protocols for Crohn's disease, cysts, deodorant, depression, doing a full body detox, type 1 diabetes, type 2 diabetes. So there are literally any symptom you come up with, there are essential oil protocols to augment the body systems that apply to that area or that concern. So I'll give you an example. In my family, things that I have looked up or things that I have created protocols or systems for include Alzheimer's dementia, include Parkinson's, include depression, include muscular soreness, muscular pain, arthritis, growing pains, cavities, dealing with tooth health, gums, like sensitive gums. We've done protocols for that. Hair loss. We've made serums for hair growth. So many things come up on a day-to-day basis. But probably one of the things that I go to, or one of the books that I go to the most when I'm in my how to use oils with my family is this book called Symphony of the Cells. It's very small, it's very thin, but it's so practical when I am in the mood to kind of give my family a massage or put the oils on for a more specific purpose. So in Symphony of the Cells, the book is set up with these protocols, and then down the side are all the symptoms that protocol helps. So I'll just be honest, the one that I use the most with my family is the basic. Let me see if I can find it. Where is the basic one? I could tell you it because I know it by heart, but the basic application is the shortest one in here, and it's frankincense, tea tree, aroma touch, and peppermint in that order, because there is something magic about ordering or layering oils. There is benefit to making a bottle or a roller where you put all the oils into one bottle with fractionated coconut oil, dilute it, and you get benefit from that. But there is something different about layering oils. And I don't have the science to explain it other than when plants are in their full spectrum constituent, they maintain their glorious properties. And then when we start layering them one on top of the other, they interact and they uplift or enhance one another or downplay certain parts or upplay certain parts. And like, God is an amazing designer. That's what it comes down to, is God made all of these plants and all of these systems around us for our good. And essential oils is a way of tapping into that. Same with herbs. That's why we love plants. That's why we love the feeling we get when we're in the forest or when we're by the ocean, when we're in nature and encompassed in what God created. We are attaching our vibrations, our frequencies to what's going on around us. So this is a layering that I really like. The body systems that this helps are our digestive system, our immune system, and our respiratory system. And some of the possible conditions it could help with are anxiety, asthma, body aches, cold, congestion, croup, diarrhea, earaches, fever, flu, headaches, immune support, pink eye, RSV, sore throat, stomach aches, stress, vomiting. Sometimes the possible conditions are immense, because once you understand that your body is a full holistic system, you start to recognize, when I move my lymphatic system, here are the areas that are helped. When I move my neurological system, here are the areas that are helped. When I move my immune system, this is what's helped. So when you have a concern or a system or a symptom pop up, you're looking to figure out what part of the body is that affecting. Is it an emotional symptom? Is it a digestive symptom? Is it a muscular symptom? Is it a neurological symptom? Like where is this symptom arising from? And when you find the root cause, or at least attempt to find the root cause, maybe you're wrong. Like, it's okay to be wrong. It's okay to think, I think I'm treating I think I'm treating body aches. And then when you get down to it, actually, there's something different going on. And the body aches were just a clue or a hint for something deeper that's going on. And that's what alternative healing and health is all about. It's about recognizing a symptom and then seeking the answers to what is causing that symptom by trying to fix your foundational health, by not just fixing that symptom, but getting to the root of the issue. Are your hormones in balance? Are you sleeping well? How's your stress management? How is your body moving? All of these things are incorporated into our health, and that's why essential oils are such a great tool for augmenting our health. Because once you start looking at your body as a whole system, and you start uplifting your body in those systems, everything starts working together. And all of a sudden, yes, you had headaches maybe, or yes, you had that weird pain in your elbow, or yes, you had whatever it is. Now you've started looking at your health from a foundational perspective, and those pains start dissipating or disappearing. And then maybe something else pops up and you're like, oh, I need to focus on my eye health, or I need to focus on my teeth health. But all of it's part of the system. So as you take care of the body as a whole, it's going to make everything operate better. So again, I love these books. The thesis of this third part is for you to understand that nobody has all the answers, not even the doctors, and not Google, and not like nobody has everything. So you need to equip yourself with the reference books and the people and the communities that you need for help. So what I recommend doing to make essential oils part of your healthcare routine is make sure you're part of a couple groups, whether it's on Facebook, whether it's WhatsApp, whether it's online. Make sure you're part of a couple groups where you know the people in the groups and you know that you trust them to help you and give you feedback and answers and ideas and brainstorm with you. And then also in your home, have some reference books. I recommend Symphony of the Cells. I recommend an awesome carrying case so you can keep your oils, especially the oils that you're going to use for, like, oh, something came up, here's my first aid kit, so to speak. Make sure you have that. Make sure you have at least one good reference book, maybe 2 good reference books, and that you can look up the oils. I talked about looking up by symptom, but you can also look up oils, like the blends and the oils themselves in these books. So for example, rose. Yay, rose. You can look at where it's sourced from, what are some of the main constituents, what are some of the top properties, what you can substitute. That's really nice to have, because let's say you're doing a protocol and that asked for geranium and you're like, what? I don't have geranium, what am I going to use? Well, hey, here are some other oils that you can use instead of geranium. So that is how I utilize oils for my family. I know I didn't give a lot of specifics here, but what the goal of this is to equip you to know how to help your family in need. So when somebody comes to you with high blood pressure, there's a protocol for that. How about high cholesterol? There's a protocol for that. How about emotional anxiety, ADHD, depression, all of these things? There are essential oils that can help with that. Now, again, it's not the same as taking a medication or taking a pill. It requires a lifestyle commitment. And honestly, it's really exciting. It's a really exciting commitment, because once you're on the journey to treating your health like a mystery, you get to play Nancy Drew. Like, let's figure out if this makes a difference. Let's figure out if this makes a difference. And ooh, that worked really well. Now let me share that with people, and let me see the bounty that comes from that. So hopefully this was helpful. This is a little longer than I expected, but enjoy all your oils.